Welcome to another episode of Sorry, It's Discontinued. I'm Hillary, and I thank you so much for being here with me. I'm really excited because today you get to know more about my friend, Suqura. Recently, we sat down and she shared her journey with me. Her journey, it is a special one. We actually go way back to our days working together at the Chanel counter inside Saks Fifth Avenue here in Houston. And over the years, watching Suqura's career just grow, it's been an inspiration. She's originally from Jacksonville, Florida, and her love for beauty, it started early. Watching her mom get ready for work each morning and seeing that transformation, that confidence, it left a big impression on her. And even though she didn't exactly tell her mom she was wearing makeup, she wasn't allowed. She didn't tell her mom at first, and it may have been discovered accidentally during a prom appointment. But her mom has always been one of her biggest supporters along the way on her journey. And she is truly multi-talented. She's a makeup artist, a model, an actor, portrait artist. The list goes on. But she's also a leader in the beauty industry, of course. And today she's working with Charlotte Tilbury as a sales and artistry account coordinator, which truly feels like a full circle moment. Her passion, creativity, and the drive she has, it always keeps her busy. But what stands out most, it's her work ethic. Truly remarkable. True inspiration. So today, we're going to talk about her journey, her creativity, and what continues to inspire her. So have a seat with me, and I appreciate you're here. And let's get into it. Sorry. It's discontinued. Well, I am so excited. I say this every show, but I'm literally so excited because on this episode, my dearest friend, one of my inspirations, one of my favorite people in the world is sitting with me, Suqura Shannon. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being on Sorry It's Discontinued. I can't thank you enough with your crazy schedule for joining me and sitting with me for some time. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Hillary, for having me. I'm so proud of what you're doing, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. I just love and adore you. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Your voice is so sexy. I have to say, the raspiness just coming through. I mean, I mean, it's just incredible. So I have to say that firsthand because it's just coming through. Like, what? Sakura? Seriously? But I wanted first off, just highlight who you are as a person. Just genuinely, very kind and ambitious and positive and motivating. But all that aside, you are an artist, you are a makeup artist, you are a model, an actor, an entrepreneur. I mean, the list is long, an incredible salesperson and just, a great friend. And so it's inspiring to see what you've accomplished and,
Yeah.
meeting you a few years ago and we worked together at Chanel and then watching your journey and everything that has kind of led to this point. It's pretty incredible. You should be so proud of yourself.
Oh, thank you, Hill. That means the world to me. Yeah, the list does go on, but I'm extremely blessed. I'm grateful. A lot of my skills have kind of transferred, into
Yeah.
each other. So as far as the different jobs, so
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
grateful.
being a creative that you are, you're so creative and so artistic. Like your art expertise for all the listeners out there. And I thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. But all the listeners, Sakura is such an incredible artist and has her own website, and there's so many things that she has done. And so today we're going to get into just kind of the beginning, a little of the middle, and just kind of hear how you are now and what you're doing. But I'm dying to ask. I know like at the very beginning, you grew up in Florida, right?
Born and
Okay,
raised in Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville. And I know you've had some strong women in your life that have been inspirations, especially, your mom, your grandmother. And I'm curious, all of this, your artistic talent, your love and passion for makeup and fragrance, beauty, where do you feel like that all kind of started for you? And was it something like, is there a moment or a memory that kind of takes you back to that, the beginnings?
Very beginning, I would say it really started with watching my mom, get ready in the mornings and seeing that transformation,
Yeah.
and kind of like even she would like her posture would change, her body language would change, her voice would change. I'm like, okay, my mom's ready to take on the day. And my mom was very strict growing up. Like I couldn't really wear makeup. And so
Really?
no, no, I had to.
Until when? Like, how long was she kinda watching you with that?
To her knowledge, of course she knows now, but, like, at the time, like, to her knowledge, she thought I was only using, like, lip gloss, and I love a glossy lip. To this day, I will love, like, glossy lips till I die. I love a plump lip, but,
Right.
I liked eyeliner, I liked eyeshadow, like, makeup, like, I really like to do it all, and my mom thought that prom night, my senior night for prom was my first time getting makeup. She's like, "We've got a makeup appointment at MAC. My daughter's gonna be stunning. We got the dress, we picked out the colors, etc." And one of my classmates passed by because, everyone's in the mall getting their makeup done right before prom, right?
Right?
One of my classmates passed by as the makeup artist is doing my makeup. And she's like, I don't know why you're paying, over $50 or whatever the fee was, for the makeup appointment.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know why you're paying that when your makeup looks like that every day.
Oh, no. Oh, she called you
She
out in front
blew
of your
my cover.
mom.
But this is the thing, my
Your
mom, because she takes such good care of her skin too, so skincare, makeup, like all of that, she looks young. Like people don't think my mom is my mom. They think she's like we're sisters. We get
Oh
this
my
all the
god.
time. And so she didn't know that was my mom when she said what she said. Didn't know I was obviously keeping it a secret. I'd wear the makeup and then on the bus ride home, I'm like taking it off. I would use my allowance and my lunch money like to buy like little,
To go and buy
little nicks and stuff,
lipsticks or things
like
that you really wanted.
yes, and shout out to Sodia, she was a good friend of mine. We were in chemistry class, she taught me how to do wing eyeliner. That's how I
Wait,
learned how to
well,
do
so
it.
chemistry, so the high school.
High school.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you were sneaking makeup, was it all through high school or did it start in middle school? When did you really start, like, this became a full thing? Because that's a project, like, if you're packing makeup wipes, you got the makeup and you're doing it at school, going to the bathroom in the morning or doing it on the bus, which that's hard because you hit a bump, forget it,
right?
mascara everywhere. Like,
Everywhere. So yeah, I would literally take it in my backpack and sometimes, yeah, do it at the bus stop if I'm waiting for the bus or sometimes on the bus. Yeah,
oh,
and then just on the bus ride home or like after school, I'm like taking everything off. So,
that's
yeah,
amazing. Did your mom say anything after your friend called you out? Like, how did
she
she
was
handle it?
yeah, let's unpack that. So, she was actually there and, my mom was like, "What?" And I was like, "So," and then I pulled up my MySpace. Remember MySpace? Oh
Course
my
I
god.
do. All the music you could add in and oh, it was
Yep.
so fun. Yes.
I was like, "Yeah, mom, I've kind of been sneaking and wearing makeup for a little while now." And so I showed her my MySpace and stuff, and she was like a little upset, of
Was
course,
she
but then
pissed?
she like fully embraced. She was like really impressed. She was like, "Wow, like you're actually really good at this." She was like, "You can make money doing this. You know that, right?"
She
And
saw your
so
talent.
right. She
Yeah.
fully like embraced that and
Wow.
leaned into it and was like, whatever she wants, buy it. And, from there on, like rest of senior year, pretty much, she'd wake me up in the morning. Hey, before you go to school, can you do my makeup real quick? Or, even in college, like she'd
Gosh.
know I had to go to work and she's like, can you at least do my eyes? Just my eyes. Like,
Oh my
so then
god.
I became her personal makeup artist.
Yeah,
So I
which you
became, a-
still are whenever you go and visit or when she comes here, she always asks for you to do her makeup, right? Like,
always,
I
yes. And
mean,
funny enough, right after high school, going
huh?
into college, Dillard's, that was my first cosmetics job. I ended up working in cosmetics.
That was my next question. So, like, how did that artistry, all your passion, skills, like, take you into that position behind the counter? And where was that? Was that I feel like you was it Christian Dior? Am I
I was with
remembering
Dior,
correct?
and before Dior, because you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah,
But Dior is my first luxury brand. I was with them for several years, love them down still.
yeah,
And I still use a few products, like the lip glow,
good.
love it.
Oh, so
Um,
good.
yes, so good. But before that, I was at, I don't know if you remember the Edge counter
Yes,
at
the
Dillard's?
Edge, didn't they have, like, all of the like, they had brushes and hair products and, like, all the extra kind of fun and then maybe smaller brands that were coming in?
Yeah, I would almost say it's kind of like a mini Ulta, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they would have your skincare, they would have your makeup brushes, they would even have like tools. Like, remember Clarisonic?
Course, I
I
had
sold so
one.
many of those. I had several.
Yeah,
So, yeah, they
because
had,
you
like,
would get
all.
them if you would sell one, right? Like, they would have a
Yes!
lot of incentives. You sell, like, 3, you get 1 or something because they weren't
Yeah, I was
inexpensive.
always at the
Oh,
top.
so good. Oh, look
Love them,
at
they're so
you.
good.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So,
Wow, so you
started there and then
at
moved
the
up to Dior.
Edge.
Mhm.
Okay. So, were you at Dillard's for a long time in Jacksonville? Was it in
Yeah.
Jacksonville? Okay.
Yep, started at Dillard's in Jacksonville, at the St. John's Town Center. And,
No clue where that is, but I'm sure it's amazing.
I know
Need
it's
to go.
amazing. Kinda like the Sugarland Town Center a little bit. So, started there, and then I would say I was with Dillard's in Jacksonville for about maybe 5 years. Yeah.
That's
I
a
moved
long
to Houston in
time.
2016, so a long time, yeah.
So, big move. I mean, from Florida to Houston. And did you go right into another beauty position that you knew you were did you find it before you left Florida or you came and then looked for the position or job?
So
That's
I was still with Dior. I was the, business manager for the Dior counter in Jacksonville, and I luckily was able to transfer to Dillard's in Houston. So I was there for a little bit first and then got recruited by Saks, let you know. So,
hearing you say this, just to be young and to transfer to Houston and then being at Dillard's and meeting all new people. Because did you know anyone here at that point?
no, I knew no one. I had no family here. It was literally just me and my partner at the time,
Yeah,
and that was it, just he and I.
it was really brave. You know, you
Thank
think about it to just go and just kind of just change everything. It's like new beginnings.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing because I moved to Houston with my partner at the time, Matt, and I moved from Ohio. And it was so scary, but it was so exciting at the same time. But I remember when I got here how intimidating it was, especially for driving. The
Same.
roads was freaking crazy. I'd never seen a 4-lane street in my life, coming from a country town, very small. Anyway, so
Same. I would get panic attacks. I'm like 6 lanes.
yes.
Wait, easy tag, which one? Cash only. I missed my exit 3 times because I couldn't get over. I literally used to have panic attacks. No kidding. I'm right there with you.
Yes,
Crazy.
it's so funny because hearing you talk about I miss my exit because we would meet for dinner or go and meet up and be like, "I miss my exit, I'm gonna be done." Even
You
all
miss
these
one
years
turn.
later forget it, it's like another fucking 20 minutes.
Ugh. Always.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right.
Some things
Well,
never change.
I know. Freaking driving in Houston. Well, so you were a big part of the Chanel team when I was there. And your selling and customer service, I mean, what? Like, even like trying to take care of your clients, or help and take care of some, like after when you moved or when you changed positions, just they loved you so much because your detail and passion for them it was awesome. And they still, they genuinely would care about you and you would create such a great connection with them. And so with Chanel and our team at that time, do you remember, like, think back to that where you really see your artistic skills like changing, or your passion for makeup and what you kind of took from that time? Was that because it was a really challenging time, I think, for us too, because we had high expectations.
Oh, yeah.
There was so much going on. Just looking back at that, what do you remember that you really liked, from that time? And maybe that was really challenging, especially working on a big team.
Yeah, I would say that, that was probably the hardest thing was adjusting. I had never been a part of such a huge team. I think there was 7 or 8 of
I was
us.
gonna say like 8, yeah.
Yeah,
So
there
manager and the rest.
and the rest, right? And the gang.
And the gang.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we worked so well together. And what I took from it, and the biggest thing that I would say benefited me as well as the team, was I was big on educating the client and giving them an experience, teaching
Yeah.
them something that they can, use when they take the products back home, not just doing the makeup for them, but empowering them. And so they'd
Oh,
always tell
that's
me,
so
"Oh, I remember that trick you taught me about the contour, blush, and highlight, the chocolate, the strawberry, the vanilla. Oh, like, I've used so many food analogies,
Really?
I'm like,
Say
"Your
that
serum,
again.
that's
So
your
wait,
multivitamin."
chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla? Is that
Yeah,
chocolate bronzer, strawberry blush, vanilla highlighter?
you got it. Yeah.
That's so smart.
And it sticks. I put it on the face charts. I loved using the face charts. I would
I
create
did
like
too.
different looks. If they told me what events they were going to and what they were wearing, I'd already have a look kind of curated. Like,
Uh-huh.
so I really felt like I could thrive in my artistry with Chanel and really kind of create the experience that I wanted to. I love the autonomy that I had.
Yeah.
And the extra opportunities. Loved the Nutcracker fashion show that I got to be a part of. I learned a lot too. So that was where I would say I learned a lot more about TV and stage makeup because I didn't always get it right. I had a model sent back, hey, why do I see pale ears on my stage? I learned if the hair is pulled back, bronze the ears too, and always add more makeup than you think you should because the makeup will be washed out in those lights.
Yeah.
Like, no, I definitely learned a lot of really cool pro tips, and I was able to kinda even take that back to counter, when I'm talking to clients, and doing the consultations, being able to fully understand, "Okay, what is this occasion for? Is this a photo shoot? Is this, that?" And making sure that if they do say, "Oh, that's a wee bit much," let's remind you, "Okay, look in this light and look in this light." Like, see how
Yeah.
you're washed out here, see where you needed more color here. Things like
Oh,
that really, really
I
were helpful.
forget a lot of that. I don't think I give credit to all of the little things. Sometimes it kinda gets muddled. So you're reminding me of doing that, because there was a time too where we were doing makeup for, that daytime talk show. It was the morning show where they had just put it in the mall and they were testing it out, and we would be able to go and do makeup for the anchors over there. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if you were there yet, but we were able to do TV makeup and, the more bronzer, the better. So, and I forgot about the ears. Yeah. But yeah, that's so fascinating. So you did a
It's like
lot of
small
that
things you
there.
don't think make, like, the
Yeah,
biggest difference, right?
absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So after Chanel, where did you find yourself after leaving SAC?
After leaving sex, I spent some time with Charlotte Tilbury at Nordstrom.
Wow. Oh, that's when you became business manager, right?
Yes. Yes. So back with my business manager hat on, that was an incredible experience. Incredible experience because obviously I'm still with Charlotte Tilbury now and I'm on the corporate side.
Oh,
So
that's
like
so full circle. It's kind of crazy. I'm
crazy.
embarrassed because I'm putting you in all of these positions and places, and I totally spaced about Nordstrom. I completely forgot that you were at Charlotte there because you were there. So you were there for over a year.
Yes. And
Okay.
I
That was a
shifted
big
gears.
position. I mean, with that brand at that time and growing and the expectations, what they wanted and expected from you.
For sure, for sure. Like Charlotte Tilbury, this is a brand, one of the fastest growing brands in the world.
Yeah.
She just took on the beauty industry by storm. I was
Right.
so fascinated by her story and her growth, but I also loved what I was able to learn about the artistry as well. Like circling back to that moment where I told you, like, I loved to sneak and do the eyeliner back in high school.
Yeah.
I had to relearn how to do eyeliner like Charlotte does eyeliner. I was blown away. So her feline flick technique, you don't start from the top like I used to do. You start from here and it elongates and exaggerates the shape of the eyes. They're more open. Like I was like mind blown by that, you know? Contour. Charlotte
Sure.
loves a contour. I learned so much more about contour and with her wands, how easy it is with those. So
Yeah.
like the artistry is unmatched and she makes it really easy where anyone from 8 to 80 can honestly use her products quickly. Everything's pretty much colored by numbers. Very
Yeah.
like
I love
skincare infused,
Charlotte.
easy to use. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. It's a beautiful brand.
And the
So, I mean,
packaging.
you took that world by storm when you went over to Nordstrom's, and you were so ready for putting, that business manager hat back on and just diving into it. And I know you guys did a lot of events and the challenge that can be with selling and competing, keeping the goals up, but also still fulfilling your artistry and passion, which can be really hard. So, I mean, at that time, were you, of course, thankful for your job and thankful for working for Charlotte and for Nordstrom's, but did you find it challenging to still expand and motivate the team and also inspire yourself? Like, what were the challenges there in being a business manager for such a pressure position? Also inspiring people that sometimes, people are just burnt out and they're just like, especially when you have so many events. So,
For
I don't want
sure.
it to be like an interview question. I guess what I'm trying to say is like listening to you and how you are so passionate, how were you able to kind of continue with that, or was that still really hard?
I will say, of course, with any job, it's going to have its challenges.
Yeah.
But I think if you do love what you do and you care about the people who, are under you or working with you, you take care of them, they take care of you.
Yeah.
And so, in the position,
That's
I
so
also had a
true.
personal sales goal, but I made sure that my team, also like we all rose up like together, you
Yeah.
know? And so I would help them with consultations and makeovers, hey, oh my gosh, she would look stunning if you just added this, try that, let them practice on me and empower them with like really cool tips, tricks, techniques,
Yeah.
sales tactics. Um, no one does events like Charlotte, okay? We're the best, I like to say with what we call Tilbury Theater,
Is that
but,
what it is? Tilbury
Tilbury
Theater?
Theater, yes, we bring
Alright.
the show to
Sign me
you.
up. Oh my gosh.
So
Let the
master
show begin.
classes, all of that, just, lots of planning, lots of strategy, and playing on everyone's strengths. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I know this person's gonna be really good at making sure they are solid with appointments and confirming and
So
following up with those
focusing,
appointments,
like,
focusing on what their
highlighting on their
strengths.
strengths are for each of the team and the
Yes.
individual. That's smart. That's good, and it creates a great camaraderie, with everybody and, team building, really. So,
Yeah.
wow. Well, okay, so, I mean, it just continues. I mean, this is like the busiest journey which is incredible because all of these little things that you've done that were big things and a lot of hard work. And then you ended up working as was a director, clinic director for Laser
Yeah.
Away.
Yep, yep. So then I shifted gears and got into dermatology sales.
That's
And this was, I want to say,
incredible.
around COVID time. Of course, we couldn't touch anyone, right? Like we really couldn't do anything. I couldn't even freelance like on the side. Like I was basically on furlough and trying to figure my life out.
Yeah.
And so in between then, that's where I started doing portrait paintings as well. And I was just posting on social media to kill time,
Yeah.
made extra money doing that. But
Which
then
your
also,
paintings are incredible. I mean, what
thank
you
you.
did and do, you can see on your website.
Thank you. Thank
Just
you.
amazing. And I think that would that help you kind of deal and cope like your way of therapy for yourself? Like
It was for
painting?
sure, yeah, for sure it was therapeutic, because I needed an outlet somewhere. This was also at the point in time where my relationship was suffering as well. I feel like in COVID, it either, if you were in a relationship, it brought you closer together or it exacerbated issues you were already having,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I
And
can
so that was
relate
just
to
a
that.
season that I was in, and that was something that did help me through it. Did I expect it to like take off? I had my first like celebrity client and all this other stuff. Like I didn't expect that, you know. But for my artwork anyway, I've worked with,
Yeah.
celebs and makeup stuff, but like that was different, like this really resonated with someone like me, you know?
I know
So
your personal artwork and someone saying, "Yes, please paint my family or people I care about or myself." I mean, what an honor. And it would be so validating just saying how incredible your art is, but also your genuine way to connect with people too, especially through your art. So that's amazing. So you did a lot of commissions while you were working with Laser Away, or was that something that you were able to do both?
yeah, so leading up to it, I was doing a lot more because obviously I wasn't working. And then I did still do a few while there during my tenure and over the years. So I
Yeah.
was at Laserway for like 5 years, worked my way up, and of course, managed multiple clinics
Yes,
and
which I
learned
have
so
gone
much.
to.
I was gonna say, you were, yes, a loyal patient. I
Yeah.
still go for treatments. Actually, I need to catch up on my laser hair removal, a little Botox. But yeah,
I
so
know I have an appointment on Monday for my Xeomin, so
okay, I'll be right behind you, getting back in there.
God, well, you're stunning, so you don't even need to worry about it, but anyway,
Thank
I
you.
digress.
I'm
So,
like, my winged eyeliner is
uh,
not,
it's
I
not
need to, yeah,
winging, it's
not winging as much
winking.
as it used to.
I know, me and you both. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Oh, well,
we're getting old
so
hill.
laser away, because what kind of blows me away about your story and just watching your career journey is how you take on these big projects and big positions. You're like, you know what? I might not know everything about what I'm about to take on and do, but let's just do it. Let's just try it. And then you're like all in, because you went from managing one clinic and then you were managing two or three. Was it two?
It
Trying to remember.
became two, yeah, and I was even helping out at multiple clinics in the region. So sometimes I was sent to Austin, Woodlands, like all over, you
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would help with the onboarding for managers. I would help with the onboarding for staff and other clinics. So I kind of became like the point person, you know?
Yeah.
So
Which that must have been, I mean, incredible and you deserve it, but exhausting. I mean, to take on all of that. I know Laserway, they're a great company and I personally like to go there. So, out of that time, what's one of your favorite things that you learned from being in that position as a director and working as a business manager at, at Nordstrom's? What are you so thankful that you were able to take that you still kind of use to this day?
super grateful for the experience and the relationships. I really, really
Yeah.
am. I mean, it's definitely molded and shaped me to be able to handle what I can take on now and am doing
Yeah.
now. I have double, the stores that I was dealing with versus clinics, you know? And yeah, everything I'd like to say, like, things don't happen to you, they happen for you. And it all depends on your mindset. So all those challenges, that happened, it helped me. So now it's not like, oh my gosh, well, what do I do? It's okay, when this happens, this is what I do. You know? Like
You're
you already
focusing
know
more on the solution and not necessarily the
the
problem, and
problem, right?
yeah.
So I'm way more equipped and prepared to deal with pretty much anything you bring my way. Our catchphrase of the year is pivot. So we always talk about like my close coworkers and I were like, let's pivot, let's figure out what we need.
Yeah,
And that's just the name of the game with life. And then the
it is.
relationships. I'm so grateful because there's so many people that still keep in touch with me as I do with them. And they support me, oh my gosh, I saw your video. I need that setting spray, or hey, I'm running out of foundation. I think I need a rematch. What do you think? And we'll do a quick FaceTime or we'll just
Aw.
message back and forth on Instagram.
Like
Like
friends and
all
customers, like a lot of your
friends
clients
and
that you've
customers.
all these years?
Because they've been wondering where I am. Some people have
Aw.
found me on Instagram and they're like, "Hey, I need a package." I'm like, "I'm gonna point you to the clinic director that's there now." She's like, "Well, I saw on Instagram you're doing this now, and like, I actually had questions about this." You know,
Wow.
so no, I'm so grateful for those relationships. It means the world to me, definitely,
Yeah, it just shows.
because we still support and help each other.
Yeah, it shows your way of connecting with these wonderful people, and I know I still have customers and clients that'll reach out, and it's sweet to hear from them because when we're doing makeup and we're helping this part in their lives, this moment in their lives, and you take that with you, and it's just so important. I always just enjoyed connecting with my clients, so you feel like you were a big part of their life?
Thank you. And
Yeah.
even just one moment that you don't think matters really
Yeah.
matters. A huge example of that was there was a Saks customer of mine from Chanel, and I had not helped her in like 7 years. I still had her phone number saved, obviously, so I saw who she was. And she left a message. She's like, "Hi, I don't know if you remember me at all." She was like, "But you helped me over the phone." And I remember when I helped her over the phone and because I looked at her chart, based on what she had purchased before. And
Yeah.
we talked through summer shades, what she wears, skin tone type, etc. And she
So
bought
did you
like
still have the notes in your phone? Is that what you're saying? Like you kind
like
of
in Saks, they had the
remembered?
client system. So she
Yes.
called in and I had answered the phone. This was back when I was still working at Saks.
Oh,
This
okay.
was one interaction she had with me on the phone. 7 years later, like this is recent. Like, I wanna say within a few months ago, she called and left a message and was like, "I don't know if you remember me at all, but I'm in need to replenish some things. You did such a great job. I loved your recommendations, and I need to replenish items. I don't know if you're still at Saks or where you are now, but
7 years
I definitely
later?
want." Yes, yes, I
Well,
was
hopefully, I mean, if
shocked.
is she saying, like, she needs to replenish because she just ran out? Because shit, that lasted a long
Yeah, I'm like,
time.
some of those things should have been tossed probably, you know?
I hope the mascara was replaced.
But
But
like I reached back out and I followed up. I was like, wow, like you just never know. Even one interaction, the time that you give with people and that experience. I always speak to
Mhm.
experiences, because that's what
Absolutely.
people are coming in for. They want to feel better about themselves or enhance, the
Yeah,
way
I
that they
was just
look,
gonna say that because it's
look
all
and feel
about
their
the
best.
feeling that they take
Yeah.
with them when they leave, and that feeling, it just anytime they think about the store going to replenish, they wanna feel that certain way, and they think of you, especially with clients that you've created this connection with and memories. Aw.
Yeah, yeah, it means a lot.
Wow. So you reached back out to her? Uh
Followed up and I told her, I was like, I'm not, at Saks anymore. We just kind of briefly caught up, talked her through some
Yeah.
new products she can try now with some Charlotte. So, it's incredible, like the impact.
Yeah.
I pride myself on following this saying. It says, people may not always remember what you said, but they remember how you made them
Them
feel.
feel.
And so I just always keep that at the forefront of every interaction. So I would never just brush someone off. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
still either going to redirect or, still help however I can.
Yeah.
You because I understand that I did leave an impact or still have that relationship and rapport.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
and they're taking the time to reach out, and I know, it's a kind thing to do when
Yes,
just
and I appreciate loyalty,
yeah.
like, you don't see that a lot, like, you could really have gone anywhere.
Well, anybody nowadays can buy almost anything anywhere. You just one
Yeah,
click on the phone. So, as someone who's taking the time to reach out, it is nice and it's an act of kindness because sometimes people they reach out because they are maybe they do need some things, but they might be lonely. Maybe there's something going on in their life and they're remembering that feeling and wanting to replenish those things, but really connect with you again.
reconnect.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Wow. Okay, so we have, I mean, just heard all of these amazing things. And this journey is now taken you full circle, way to now where you are with, as you said, now in corporate with Charlotte. Does it blow you away thinking about what you've done in such a short period of time? I mean, what, the 9 years that
I was
I've
gonna say, I feel
known
like
you? Like, because it's
it
really not
almost
that long.
it is a full circle moment. I mean, and even to think I never really left Charlotte. So, it
Yeah,
is a
because you
full
were
circle.
freelancing most of
I
the
was
time, right?
freelancing still,
Other than when
yes.
COVID was happening, but still.
Yeah, while working and managing clinics, I was still doing makeup on the side too. And no, it's a full circle moment for me, truly. And I'm so grateful. There's no other word to describe, just mind blown and grateful. Mind blown and
Aw.
grateful.
Well, it's so cool you did a piece on Charlotte, like, you painted Charlotte. Can you still see that on your website? The sh
Don't think so, but I can put it back up. I actually still have it here at home.
well, your painting of Charlotte is beautiful, and I love on your website how you have different celebrities and different pieces that you've done. But right now, I mean, you are pretty busy as per usual. Like,
Please. Yeah.
so what is your title right now? Your account coordinator? Okay.
Sales and artistry account coordinator. Mhm.
Wow. That's incredible. Oh my gosh.
I'll
Okay.
get to do both.
Did
Still
you
get to do the artistry, still get to do the selling people, customer service part of
so
things,
when
but
there's an event, you are you kind of the like the national artist kind of situation, or are you in their training, or what does that title entail? Like what's under that umbrella?
so in
Okay.
this role, this is definitely more so of I'm taking care more so of the business side of things.
Okay.
So, we have partnerships with multiple retailers and we keep that relationship going. So we do partner with the management to set up events to bring
Okay.
that Tilbury theater to the client.
Yeah.
Um, we also have a team of people. I have a team of people that work under me that help, with executing and implementing the events. They do help as far as extensions, of myself,
Yeah, of course.
with the trainings and retention checks. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Like
that's
going to the stores and everybody is keeping the business like focused and highlighting the new launches and helping because you can't be in all of these places at one time, but you're relying on this team to help execute and keep the business growing and expanding and
delegating,
yes.
training, executing, business meetings,
I mean, how many
planning meetings.
words can we think of, so
Yeah. And
with
I travel a lot too. So I do have a vast territory. So
where
I
are you
could be,
traveling to? I know you said before we were recording you were traveling to Dallas. Is that what you told me?
yeah. And I was in Dallas because we are the official sponsors of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Yeah. So that's an incredible experience. Yeah. So we have that going for us. So sometimes, yes, I do have to go to Dallas. I'll be in New York come summertime, but in my territory, it's still pretty spread out. Like it could be as far out as Louisiana. It could be as far north as like Lufkin or Conroe, kind of everything in between. So
Yes,
all over
Suqura.
Houston and outskirts as well.
Now, with such a busy schedule, are you still able to do your other passions like your artistry, your painting and your acting or different pieces that, you're creative that's just for you? Has it been really hard to balance all that? I can't
Initially,
imagine.
Yeah, because there's a learning curve, right? To,
Yeah.
being on this side and learning the business, learning my business and getting to know the management, building those relationships, all of that, making sure I have a solid team, putting again aces in their places. So that took a lot of adjustment and some things did take a back seat, like painting, I haven't really been able to do it as much.
Yeah.
Acting I am doing and working as a production assistant. So I do still do that where I can.
How do you do that? You like do like what? Like a few hours a week or a few hours a month? Like
It
you
depends on
don't
when we're
sleep.
filming.
That's pretty much the bottom line. You're like, okay.
I use lots of magic cream and magic eye cream. But,
Because you don't even drink coffee, I don't think, right? Do you drink coffee at
no,
all yet? No.
I
Yeah.
still don't like coffee,
I
no.
know. Tea? Do you drink tea?
Tea, black tea, green tea, I'm all about my teas.
Okay, good. Because that is a lot
Yeah,
of caffeine, so that's gonna help.
right? And my B12 and a prayer sometimes will just barely get me by, you know,
Dear Lord, yes,
right?
please. I need you today, right
It's
now.
me again,
It's
you
me
know?
again. Okay, I wanted to ask you right now, in your position, what are some of the things, or what's one thing that just lights you up, that gets you so excited about what you do? You can do one or two. I don't know. I mean,
Let's pick one. Let's go with
okay.
one. I would say the one thing is the aha moment that I'm able to give, whether it's a customer or even a team member that I was able to teach them or show them something, and they look in that mirror or they see that trend, they're like, "Whoa, wow, what?" You know?
Like, no, you
I
didn't. Like, what? What's happening to my face right now? I
Yes,
look so good.
that's why I do this. That's why, yeah, that does it for me. That fills my cup.
And they leave feeling so confident and excited. You know, when
Yes,
they come in and they're just kind of like, "Oh, I don't know." And then they leave and their shoulders are back, they got their bag. They're like, "I feel so
yes,
good right now." You could just tell they're
yes.
just so happy. That is a good
Hmm.
moment. All right.
Love that. Love
I
that.
love that. Okay. So, because of my title, I sometimes I forget to ask this. I forgot to ask Martin last time, but um what is one discontinued product? Not to put you on the spot, and if you can't think of anything, discontinued product or a discontinued trend, something that you miss. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to just be, brands we work for, but anything like something from childhood or whatever just pops in there.
So the one product that was my holy grail was that Pro Long Wear concealer from Matte. Yeah,
I never tried it. I never
girl,
tried it. So good.
so good. It was full coverage. Sometimes I would wear that as my foundation. Absolutely loved it. It was a little thick, but I didn't mind that.
Especially if
Like,
you're using it as a foundation and then you just kind of blend it and buffer it out.
yeah.
Oh,
And I mean, it looked so smooth and it did not move. Now, now I've got a new favorite though. The new concealer from Charlotte.
Lucy was telling me about I ran into her at a Sephora and she was like, "Hillary, have you tried this new concealer?"
I love Lucy. Yes, you got to try it. No, it's
I have not.
incredible.
Okay, I need to
Let
try
me
it.
tell you something. I'm wearing it today as my foundation. I'm wearing shade 10.5 is my base, and under my eyes, 8.5.
I'm so blind. Oh, well, you look gorgeous. You don't even need foundation, but okay, you're stunning and I will definitely try it. I need to go there. Just because I'm all
I
about
got you.
concealer. Do you
We'll
remember
play. I
when
have
we
some in
were
my kit. We'll play, and then we'll match you, and then you'll see what shade you need to get. I
Okay, I
got
love
you.
it. Yeah, I was
Yes.
always messing with concealer. I don't know if you remember that when we were at Chanel, I'd put it
Hmm.
on like 3 times a day.
This one and done,
One and I
especially with the powder and the setting spray. You got to see this video I posted where I got drenched in the pouring rain.
think I did.
My umbrella blew inside out.
Oh,
It was as good as
no.
gone.
But your makeup was still it
Mm,
was flawless?
flawless. Did not move an inch.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, then that makeup, especially in Houston, coming up with the humidity in the summer. So
Yep,
need to
April's
get some
around
of
the
that.
corner. April showers bring May flowers. Get your setting spray.
Man, you have a lot of fun taglines. I don't know how you remember all
I
this.
do have some
You do.
one-liners.
You have all these one-liners. Like, now I've got it in my head. Was it like chocolate, strawberry? Oh no, I forgot the white one.
Neapolitan ice cream. What are the flavors?
Vanilla.
There
No.
you go. Vanilla. Vanilla. Yes. That's what I like. You got it.
Okay. All right. Chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. Neapolitan.
Bam.
See, look at you.
See how that sticks?
I know. It does. It totally sticks. Yeah. And aces in their places. Now I've got that in my head.
Love. I think
Well,
this comes from, I mean, some of it's like reading in meetings, but also just like,
reading in meetings, like seriously,
I mean,
Suqura, it's endless. Like this just keep coming. They keep coming.
I don't know. Improv. I've taken improv classes for acting,
Did
and you
you
just have to,
really?
yeah. So maybe it's just kind of, some of it's natural too, just off the dome. You got to be able to just,
Yeah. I'm still learning how
roll,
to do that. Roll with the punches, pivot.
pivot, pivot.
Pivot. Aw. Thank you so much for being on this show with me and sitting with me. And I want to have you back. I cannot wait to set it up again. And we have to share some stories, what it's like to work in the counter. I appreciate you. And if anybody wants to find you, I will tag your socials in the episode. And I love you so much. So thank you for being here. Really, I'm sorry it's discontinued with me.
Oh, Hillary, thank you so much. It's truly an honor to be on Sorry It's Discontinued. I'm glad that you chose me. And I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited.
Aw, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that so much. All right. Well, I'll see you soon.
You soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Sorry, It's Discontinued, the podcast that brings you the reality of retail and the people, brands, stores, and products we all love. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit follow, leave a review, or share it with a fellow retail warrior. You can always connect with me or support the show at sorryitsdiscontinued.com or buymeacoffee.com/sorrypodcast. Now, this podcast is independently produced and not sponsored by any brand, company, or organization. All views, opinions, and personal stories shared are their own and do not represent any retailer or brand mentioned. Brand names, product references, and service mentions are included for storytelling and commentary purposes only. But I thank you so much for sitting with me today. And remember, continue to shop in store, support your local stores and your local sales associates. You can even call them and order. It's amazing. And every visit helps keep these stores open so we can all continue enjoying real in-person retail therapy. And I'll see you next time. I appreciate you so much. Bye.